In this video, let's take a look at how we can edit our MIDI note data and MIDI clips. In the last video, you saw how we recorded a part here with the virtual keyboard and our bass and missed the beginning note. So after this, at the end of this video, you'll know how to add in MIDI notes and how to use the editing tools to allow you to edit your MIDI note data. So let's first start off by going through the terminology. So here we've got an instrument track, and then on the instrument track, we've got a MIDI clip, and within the MIDI clip is housed MIDI note data. And we can go in and edit this MIDI note data. And you can do this by using the tools that are available to us up over here. So currently I've got the Smart tool selected, but within the Smart tool are these other tools here that we will go through. Now, if you look at a MIDI clip, if you select it and you hover over the left, you can change the start point. So you're grabbing this handle and changing where that start point is of the MIDI clip. I can also drag it over here to shorten the clip. And if I drag it back, it retains that MIDI note data. So it's non-destructive. This MIDI note data within the clip doesn't change where it's being positioned, but you can change how this sort of MIDI clip houses the MIDI note data. Likewise, on the right here, I can shorten it or drag it back to reveal the MIDI note data, or even extend that clip out. Maybe I want the clip to be longer and have a bit of space in the beginning. So I could select that and drag that out as well. So that is the MIDI clip. Now, if I double click this MIDI clip, it brings up the piano editor or MIDI note editor. And within it, you can see your MIDI note data here. So here is a piano roll showing you the MIDI note data. So this is a C5. Now, if I hit this note, it selects any MIDI note data on that pitch. Now, I can use my zooming key. So I'm just going to zoom out so I can see the MIDI note data a bit more clearly. And here is all the MIDI note data for that piano part. Now, let me show you some of these tools and how you can use them. So starting off with the select tool, I can lasso around MIDI notes to select them. Then I can go to the move tool and use this to move MIDI notes around. And as I move notes, they're actually snapping to the grid. So for example, if I zoom up, I'm just going to hit Control-Z to undo what I did. As you can see, when I zoom up more clearly, some of my MIDI notes aren't sitting perfectly on the grid. So as you can see here is bar 3, bar 4, bar 5, and in between that, you've got your quarter note measures. And as I move a note, it's going to snap to that because I've got snapping enabled over here. And with my snapping, I've chosen quarter notes. So this is going to snap to the nearest quarter note. I've also got the edit tool. With the edit tool, I can either edit, stretch, comp, or split MIDI note data. For example, if I select this and hover over a note, I can split that note right over there. I jump back to the move. Now I've got 2 MIDI notes where I've split them from 1. I can hit Control-Z to get back to where I didn't have any splits. And as you see, there are multiple actions within this, and you can use a shortcut to jump between the different tools. So the edit tool is F8. If I hit F8 multiple times, it's going to jump between those functions within the edit tool. I've also got draw, so I can select this to draw MIDI notes in, and these are going to snap right to the grid because I've got snapping enabled. With the erase tool, I can choose to erase MIDI note data by clicking on it. As well, there are extra functions here because as you can see, anything with a little downward arrow means there's multiple functions within a tool. And I can erase notes if I go to this tool over here. So maybe I don't need those notes, I can erase them. So these are the tools that you can use to edit your MIDI note data. Now, the next thing I want to show you is how you can quantize your MIDI notes. And quantizing is a great action to take all your MIDI notes and push them right onto the grid to improve their timing. So as you saw, these notes aren't all lining up with the grid. So what I can do is I'm just going to zoom out so I can see all my MIDI notes. I'm going to select all my MIDI notes by hitting Control-A. Then I'm going to press Q, which brings up the quantize editing menu. Or I can go to process and choose quantize from up here. Now with this, I can choose what I want to do with the MIDI notes. So I can set a resolution. So let's say I want all the notes to snap to the nearest 16th note. I can select the duration to be 16 notes or choose another duration over here. What I want to change is the start times. So the start times are going to be pushed to the nearest 16th note. I could also select the notes to have a note duration. I can change the audio snap beats, the audio clip start times, or only the notes and lyrics. But for now, I just want to focus in on the MIDI start times. And I can choose a strength of 100%, meaning it's going to force all those notes right onto the nearest 16th note. If I don't want them to sit right on that, I can have a lower strength to maybe have things not as snapped onto the grid as I want. I can also add some swing if I need to. But let's see how these settings work over here. So I'm going to hit OK and just watch over here. That's pushed things right onto the grid. But if you're looking through here at bar 9, these have been pushed to the nearest 16th note, but they actually should be sitting on bar 9. So I'm going to go in and change that duration. So I'm going to undo those changes, hit Q again, and instead I'm going to use quarter notes. I'm going to hit OK, and now that's pushed everything right onto the grid for me. So quantizing is a great way just to speed up by taking all your MIDI note data and forcing them onto a grid value. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I want to show you how we can take this bass part that we recorded in the previous video and then add a note that was missing and just check that everything is quantized. The smart tool really just acts as a very smart tool in that it determines what you need to do at a specific point instead of jumping between all these different tools. So if I hover over here on the clip, I can extend it out. If I go over here, I can actually move the start time of that clip. And if I double click, I can go into that clip. I've got my smart tool selected. I can select all my MIDI notes. I can hit Q to quantize them. I want to quantize them with a duration of quarter notes. If I wanted to move them, I can just hover over and I can move them. Maybe I want to key change my MIDI notes up. I can do that. And I want to draw in a MIDI note that's been missing at F on bar 3. So on bar 3, I want to have an F. So I'm just going to draw that in. And there is that note that has been missed. So if I play back now, just before, got that note that was missed. It's going to play in all correctly with everything quantized to the grid. So that is how to edit your MIDI note data by taking a look at the clips, using the tools here, and then going into the MIDI editor to fine-tune the pitch note data of your notes. Now let's see what else you can do with MIDI.